The NFL playoffs are well underway, but for the 18 franchises who didn't make the postseason, the offseason has already begun, and there's no more important event in the NFL offseason than the NFL Draft. The draft process is a grueling 8-month slog filled with countless hours of prospect interviews, school visits, and of course, game tape. Every long and strenuous process must have a beginning, however, and when it comes to the NFL Draft, the annual Reese Senior Bowl held in Mobile, Alabama is the universally recognized sign that draft season is officially here. Widely regarded as the cream of the crop of collegiate bowl games, the Senior Bowl collects the best 116 future NFL hopefuls that have either played out their college eligibility or have already received their degrees. Those 116 prospects are then divided into 2 teams of 58 and put through a week-long gauntlet of practices, position-specific drills, and mano-a-mano one-on-one battles, all led by current NFL coaching staffs and with representatives from every pro team in attendance, all culminating in a live contact game at the end of the week. Multiple NFL stars throughout the years started their journey in Mobile, like LA Rams defensive tackle Aaron Donald, Buffalo Bills edge rusher Von Miller, Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott, San Francisco 49ers linebacker Patrick Willis, and countless others throughout the event's 72-year history. In 2022 alone, the Senior Bowl saw 106 of its attendees get drafted, a whopping 40% of the entire 262-man class, including 6 first-round picks. Every single franchise drafted at least 1 player from the 2022 group, with 12 of the 32 teams drafting at least 4. Make no mistake about it, this year's Senior Bowl class will feature numerous highly valued future draftees, and NFL fans looking ahead to the end of April should absolutely be paying attention. These are the best NFL draft prospects at the 2023 Reese's Senior Bowl. Ohio State right tackle DeJuan Jones may not be the best prospect at the Senior Bowl this year, but he certainly will be the biggest. The Buckeyes list Jones at a mammoth 6'8" and 359 pounds. Jones uses that unmatched size to bully defenders up and down the field with raw strength. He's devastating as a run blocker, effortlessly moving his man across gaps, taking them out of the play completely. As a pass blocker, Jones isn't the quickest or most agile, but he's so big and long that rushers struggle to get the corner on him anyway. His career numbers in pass protection are also fantastic, only allowing 12 hurries, a single quarterback hit, and 4 sacks across 1,654 career snaps. Pass rush one-on-ones will be key for Jones, as he has a chance to showcase that he can consistently keep up with speedy edge defenders despite his size and back up his top-notch statistics. Notre Dame's Isaiah Foskey has been talked about as a potential first-rounder since his junior campaign in 2021, and with good reason. The 6'4", 257-pound defensive end has tallied 20.5 sacks in his last 2 seasons, with 23 tackles for loss across that same time frame. Foskey can win in a variety of ways from a variety of alignments. He plays all across the line for the Fighting Irish, anywhere from head-up over offensive tackles as a 5 technique, as a traditional 6 technique defensive end with his hand in the dirt, or even as a stand-up outside linebacker who can rush the passer from a wide angle or drop into coverage. Foskey plays with a noticeable edge and a red-hot motor, and his willingness to play multiple positions in order to help the team is a testament to his character. Run or pass, Foskey is always giving his maximum effort, from the first snap of the game until the very end. Unfortunately, all that moving around has left Foskey a bit behind in the mental aspect of the game, as he can occasionally misread plays and lose sight of the ball. The Senior Bowl will be Foskey's first opportunity to introduce himself to the NFL, and once teams meet the former captain and understand how his varied usage impacted his development, Foskey should have no trouble finding his future home. A smart organization is going to see the potential in Foskey, let him stick to a single position early in his career, and trust that with his attitude and work ethic, he will blossom into a top-tier defensive end and locker room leader. If you haven't noticed by now, most of the top talent at the 2023 Senior Bowl lies in the trenches, and Florida's Osiris Torrance is no exception. The number one guard in the 2023 draft class, Torrance began his career at Louisiana Lafayette, starting 3 straight seasons at guard before transferring to Florida as a senior. Torrance more than proved he could hold up against better competition in the SEC, earning consensus first-team All-American honors in 2022. Standing 6'5" and weighing in at 347 pounds, Torrance is a brick wall on the interior of the Gators line, driving defenders out of their gaps in the run game and keeping the front of the pocket intact with a strong anchor in pass protection. His statistics are jaw-dropping, having allowed only 24 hurries, a single hit, and 0 sacks across 3,065 career snaps. Being so big and strong, Torrance can naturally struggle against quicker interior defenders that can beat him out of his stance. In Mobile, Torrance will get plenty of opportunities against explosive defensive linemen and could put those questions to rest with a good week of work. Auburn outside linebacker Derek Hall is just the type of gritty, run-through-your-face pass rusher the NFL has coveted for decades. At 6'3" and 256 pounds, Hall packs impressive power in his punches, walking offensive tackles into the laps of quarterbacks and tossing tight ends out of the way in the run game. His smaller, compact build gives him a natural leverage advantage over bigger blockers, allowing Hall to maximize his already excellent strength. He isn't just a one-trick pony either. He has no issue rushing with speed and using his flexibility to get around the edge, putting tackles in a damned-if-you-do, damned-if-you-don't situation when blocking him one-on-one. On film, Derek Hall looks like a future NFL starting edge rusher that any defense would love to have in their arsenal. If he can replicate that tape at the Senior Bowl, he might just solidify his status as a first-round pick. Tennessee right tackle Darnell Wright hasn't been mentioned much as a top offensive tackle prospect in the 2023 class, but like many others before him, he can and should see his stock begin to rise after putting on a show in Mobile. Wright plays like a dancing bear, standing 6'6" and weighing 335 pounds. Wright effortlessly moves defenders wherever he wants, while also possessing impressive agility to keep up with pass rushers when they try and get to corner. He's proved himself against elite competition as well, shutting down Alabama edge rusher and currently projected top 5 pick Will Anderson in Tennessee's stunning win over the Crimson Tide. Darnell Wright's dominant tape warrants first-round discussion. His time in Mobile will be spent introducing himself to those unfamiliar with his talents and establishing his name as a top-tier tackle prospect in the 2023 draft. As the Senior Bowl draws near, NFL fans would be wise to get familiar with the next crop of future rookies soon to hit the league, as regardless of which team they root for, their team is all but guaranteed to draft at least one player from the 2023 Senior Bowl group. As their official saying goes, the draft starts in Mobile.